Do you struggle to fall asleep, finding yourself tossing and turning in the late hours of the night? If so, you're not alone. Many people across the globe wrestle with the all-too-common problem of insomnia, the persistent difficulty of falling or staying asleep. It's this nightly battle, this struggle to find peace and tranquility in the quiet hours, that can leave us feeling exhausted and frustrated. In the midst of this struggle, it's essential to find a source of comfort, a beacon in the dark that can guide us to rest. Now imagine if that beacon was a collection of timeless stories, tales of love, faith, and resilience. What if we could turn to the calming narratives of the Bible as our lullaby, allowing its soothing words to lull us into a peaceful sleep? Have you ever considered turning to the soothing words of the Bible to find peace and drift into a restful slumber? Consider the story of Jesus calming the storm, a tale of tranquility amidst chaos. As we journey into this narrative, let's transport ourselves back to a time of wooden boats and vast, unpredictable seas. The disciples and Jesus embarked on a journey across the Sea of Galilee. As night fell, a tempest arose, threatening to engulf them. The waves crashed against the boat, the wind howled, and fear gripped the hearts of the disciples. But amidst this chaos, Jesus, the embodiment of peace, slept. In their fear, the disciples woke Jesus, questioning, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" What a human moment, a cry in the face of impending disaster, a plea for help in the midst of fear. But in this moment of panic, Jesus, with a calmness that defies understanding, rose and rebuked the storm, saying, "Peace, be still." And just like that, the storm ceased. The waves calmed, and the wind fell silent. There was a great calm, a tranquility that only divine intervention could bring. The disciples, once filled with fear, now stood in awe, asking each other, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." This story is a testament to the power of faith and trust. The disciples, in their fear, found peace by turning to Jesus. They discovered that even amidst the chaos of a storm, tranquility could be found. Their faith in Jesus did not prevent the storm, but it provided them with peace during it. In our lives, we too face storms. We encounter sleepless nights filled with worries and fears. But like the disciples, we have the opportunity to find peace amidst our storms. By placing our trust in Jesus, we can find tranquility in the midst of chaos, calm in the face of fear, and rest in the heart of sleeplessness. Just as the disciples found peace in the midst of the storm, so too can we find tranquility amidst our sleeplessness. Scene script, or perhaps the comforting words of Psalm the 23rd of May bring you peace. Just imagine, a shepherd caring for his sheep, ensuring they are safe, secure, and well fed. This is the image painted by the opening lines of Psalm 23, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures, he leads me beside still waters." What a soothing image. It's like a gentle lullaby, isn't it? The Lord provides for us, leads us, and gives us rest. But the psalm doesn't stop there, it continues. "He restores my soul, he leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake." God is not just our provider but also our guide and restorer. He leads us on the right path, not for our own sake but for his. It's a reminder that we are part of something bigger, a grand divine plan. And then the psalm touches on a subject we often fear, the valley of the shadow of death. However, the psalmist isn't afraid. He says, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." Even in the darkest valleys, we are not alone. God is with us, protecting us, comforting us. The psalm concludes with an assurance of God's ever-present goodness and mercy. "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever." What a comforting thought to end the day with. That no matter what happens, God's goodness and mercy are with us, and we have a place in his eternal home. This psalm, in its entirety, is a powerful reminder of God's unwavering love and protection. It's a soothing balm for our weary souls, a lullaby for a restless night, and a reassurance that we are watched over, cared for, and loved by the ultimate shepherd. As the psalmist found comfort and rest in the Lord, so too can we find peace in his words. There's also the inviting words of Jesus, who offers us rest in Matthew 11:28-30. In these verses, Jesus speaks to us with an open heart, extending an invitation of solace and tranquility. He says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." These words echo in the quiet corners of our hearts, a soft whisper amidst the noise of our lives. Jesus is inviting you to lay down the burdens we carry, the worries that keep us awake at night. He is offering a refuge, a haven of rest and peace. Imagine that. An invitation to rest not just our bodies, but our souls, the very essence of who we are. It's a profound invitation, extending beyond the physical realm into the spiritual. It's a call to find solace in Him, to learn from His gentleness and humility, to exchange our heavy burdens for His easy yoke. When sleeplessness steals away the peaceful hours of the night, when our minds are a whirlwind of thoughts and anxieties, we can remember this invitation. We can remember that we are not alone in our struggles, that there is someone who understands, who has walked in our shoes, who offers us a place of rest. And it's not just an empty promise. This is Jesus, the one who calmed the storm, the one who walked on water, the one who overcame death itself. If He can do all that, surely He can give us rest. Surely He can calm our restless hearts and minds. So, as we lie in our beds, staring at the ceiling, let's remember this invitation. Let's take a moment to breathe, to cast our burdens onto Him, to accept His offer of rest. As we close our eyes, let's imagine His gentle, comforting presence, wrapping us in a blanket of peace and tranquility. Just as Jesus invites us to find rest in Him, so too can we find peace in His words. In these stories and passages, we find a common theme of peace and relaxation. As we journeyed through the narratives of the Bible, we've touched upon the calming story of Jesus calming the storm, the comforting tale of Psalm 23, and the peaceful invitation of Jesus to rest. Each of these stories in its own unique way imparts a sense of tranquility, trust, and repose. Let's take a moment to revisit the essence of these stories. In the tale of Jesus calming the storm, we witness the embodiment of serenity in the face of adversity. The disciples, caught in a terrifying tempest, were on the brink of despair, yet amidst the chaos, Jesus slept. His unwavering faith in the divine plan was a testament to the power of trust. And when He woke, He calmed the storm, not only outside on the raging sea, but also within the troubled hearts of His disciples. This story serves as a gentle reminder that we too can find peace amidst life's storms when we surrender our fears and trust in a higher power. Moving on to the soothing words of Psalm 23, we find a profound expression of trust and comfort. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. These words, whispered into the quiet of the night, can be a balm for a restless soul. They remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. There is a shepherd, a guiding force that can lead us to a place of rest and refreshment, a place where we can lay down our burdens and find peace. Lastly, we heard the invitation of Jesus to rest. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. This is not merely an invitation, it's a promise. A promise that when we are weary and burdened, there is a place of rest for us. It's an assurance that we are seen, our struggles are acknowledged, and we are invited to lay them down and find solace. These stories, these passages, they are not just words, they are the echoes of divine comfort, of heavenly peace. They are invitations to trust, to surrender, to rest. So when the night is long and sleep seems elusive, remember these stories. Let them be your lullaby, your soothing melody in the dark. Let them quiet your mind, still your heart, and guide you into the arms of peaceful slumber. As we close this journey, remember the calming storm, the comforting shepherd, and the peaceful invitation to rest. Let these narratives from the Bible be your refuge in the quiet of the night, your solace in the face of sleeplessness. May these soothing words from the Bible bring you peace, comfort, and a restful night's sleep.